Oh, what is good, podcast squad fam? This is your host of the not daily, maybe it's like bi-weekly. Is it bi-weekly or tri-weekly? The podcast, which isn't really a podcast. It's me playing Call of Duty for like 2 or 3 games and talking about whatever comes to my mind. Usually I have a topic, but then I'd stray off it. Well, actually, I've only done like 3 of these, or 2 of these? I don't know, I've lost track. What is the topic today? You're asking me. Everyone's asking me. Everyone's asking why that guy's wearing white on a map that is not in the snow. I don't have answers for that. But the topic is what was the topic? I forgot already. Oh yeah, it's creativity. It is block. Writer's block, which does not necessarily have to be in regards to a writer. I'm on a kill streak here. But just creativity block. Now, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I like to think of myself as being creative and like taking on creative endeavors. So, jeez, man. That's like it's a weird thing because YouTube isn't really the biggest place for like you have to come up with something and then get it past editors and get funding for it, stuff like that. It's not Hollywood. It's Hollywood, baby. It's not that. But it's the ante has been upped because of money. And now you see like big productions. You see vlogs aren't just someone holding a camera at their face. And that's good. It's good that things have advanced. But at the same time, those ideas for the videos, the topics for the videos also have to advance. So you can't just like, well, unless you have the presence already, you can't just like poop out a video and expect it to get views. Some people do that. Am I calling someone out? Well, not even, I'm not insinuating the Pauls do that because I don't think they have a very interesting story, but they still, like, they edit it and add stupid sound effects, and it's a big production. They always have something going on in their video. Like, it's not, like I said, someone just holding a camera. So, as someone who, I don't aspire to be Jake Paul, but I aspire to be more creative, that affects me because I see these videos and I say, oh, I need to make something more creative. I need to just make stuff that's interesting. That's not to say that I'm going to stop the player reviews. The player reviews are nice because they're not too complicated to make. It just, like, I figured out the formula, basically. And people like them. I like making them. So I'm going to continue that. But also, at the same time, I like to have something in my... I like to call it marinating. Or just on the back burner. So it's basically a longer-term project. So the short-term project, like the daily thing, is the player reviews. But then I also want something that could make like a more profound impact than just someone saying, hey, yeah, this 86 Sonaldo is good. But the thing is, I have this thing where I always get sidetracked because I'm afraid that the idea is not good enough, which is good to a certain extent so you don't just put out terrible stuff. But it's also bad because you just never get anything done because you're always like, oh, it's not good enough. I'm scared. I shouldn't have said writer's block really because it's not a block in the sense that you can't think of anything. It's a block in the sense that you're afraid to do something because you think it's going to fail. And this is the whole... I've always thought that people who are successful on YouTube, they have a certain level of ignorance. And I know ignorance sounds like a mean... Like, if I were to say Jake Paul is ignorant, it could have different meanings. It does have different meanings in this sense. But the way I'm speaking of it is that he's kind of ignorant to, like, hate. Which is a good thing because you don't feel that your video ideas are going to be bad. So it's like when you're doing if you've ever done a brainstorming session, they tell you that the first rule is that any idea is a good idea. There are no bad things to say. So then you get terrible topics. Like you can say you're brainstorming a new video idea. You're going to get, if you do brainstorming correctly, some awful ideas. But then that's more ideas than you would have if you had someone who's like, I'm only accepting the best. this is a strange analogy, but my dad, who's a foreign language teacher, was talking about how he had a Japanese student who would not speak unless he knew the answer was perfect, like he knew the answer was correct, which means that he got everything correct, but he didn't really practice the foreign language. He didn't get to a level where he could speak the foreign language because he was always afraid of making a mistake. So Jake Paul is not afraid of making a mistake. Logan Paul, look at his videos. Look at what he's done. He's not afraid of making a mistake, which is bad because you get things like just absolutely ridiculous, which they are clearly a mistake, but at the same time you get constant videos coming out, which is really the name of the game for for YouTube, constant videos. And so coming back to myself, I'll have a video idea, or I'll even I've written scripts before for ideas, and it might be that I don't have the manpower, I just don't have enough people to film it, or I couldn't afford to hire everyone, or to get real cameras that would be able to film it, but still, in other cases I do have everything. It's just a matter of I'm doubting myself as to whether it's a good idea. So, this podcast, oh look at this, boy. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to get double kill. So this podcast I like because it's not so structured, and I'm not afraid of making mistakes with it. Because you can't have a perfect podcast. I was hearing, someone was talking about a podcast where at the end, they if the guy doesn't like it, they'll just start over. Which I don't think is a good idea, because with a podcast, you're trying to keep something genuine. At least that's how I view it. Unless you're doing an educational podcast. If you're trying this type of podcast where it's just, you're just chilling, dog, you're going to have mistakes. If you're not funny, that happens. It's not like you can constantly be funny. If you're constantly funny, then you're pretty much not funny. So you got to find a balance. This is an interesting segue. Another idea I actually had to talk about. I've had a lot more free time. Actually, before I get to that, if you guys have any topics, damn it, if you guys have anything to add to that topic, let me know in the comments below. This isn't just me talking. It's me talking and then you listening. And then you can add your little opinion down below. But really, I am interested to hear what you have to say about that. I'm going to actually just keep talking about this for the next 3 seconds, and then for the next game I'll go to that next topic. That sounds like such a good plan. Sometimes on the fly, good things happen. You don't have to plan it out. I didn't plan it out like this. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have taken more time. But sometimes that's just the way it works out. Alright, so the second thing I wanted to talk about today is, it's about, I'm blanking, what was it? I had this whole time to think about it, and I thought about everything I was going to talk about. Oh my gosh, I'm completely blanking on it. I just suddenly had the thought of Lele Pons and her terrible videos in my head, and I couldn't think of what I was going to say. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I was going to talk about how you got to do what you don't like. To be happy, you have to do what you don't like. And I'm realizing this now. And that sounds counterintuitive, because it is. You would think, let me do what I like and I'll be happy, and then there was peaches gravy. But, at least for me, I've noticed that, take for example today. I kind of just wanted to play video games, maybe make a couple videos, not really do too much. I don't really have a job except, I guess you could say, YouTube at the moment. So it's not like I have obligations. But when I did have my 2 jobs, I seriously hated going to them. I despised it. And I would wake up and I'd not want to go there. But then when I got back, or not even when I got back, the anticipation when I was about to leave, when I knew I'm pretty much done, I can go home now. That was basically like Christmas. There was a poll about Christmas, and it said that Christmas Eve is actually better than Christmas Day because it's all about anticipation, which I kind of agree with. Not necessarily with the Christmas idea, but with the anticipation being better than the actual event itself. I kind of agree with that. There was an interest. I had to read a book in German. It wasn't a book. It was more like a short story. I think it was by Franz Kafka. I can't remember the name of it, but it had to do with like this guy who committed suicide. Okay. Anyway, the anticipation that you get knowing that your burden is over is it's unbelievable sometimes. And the worse that something is, the greater the anticipation and the greater relief you get. So if you're constantly just doing good things, like stuff that you like, it just kind of feels meh. You have to have darkness to have light. Is that how the saying goes? Or shadows create light? I don't really know. But I don't really like working out too much. I'm dead. I don't really like working out too much. When you get there, when you get to the gym or whatever you're doing, when you're going for a run, when you're actually doing the thing, it's not too bad. And most people actually like it when they're doing it. It's just the thought of it that's like, I don't want to do that. For me, it's not. I just don't really like doing it too much. Unless it's like playing football or something. But the relief that you get after with sports is actually not the same, because you feel good afterwards when your endorphins are released. Whereas when you come back from work, I don't think you're really releasing endorphins unless your job is like to run around and exercise or something. And maybe if you're a UPS worker, this makes sense for you. But at the same time, the whole idea of doing something you don't like and then releasing those endorphins, it makes you feel better. Like, I was recording episodes yesterday. I pretty much spent the whole day, like 12 hours, trying to record episodes and get stuff ready, editing videos. And I just kind of did not like it. I think you could probably tell in the Quagliarella Immobile video, I just kind of felt like I was just tired. I had spent the whole day in this room, in this basement, not doing much except just sitting here. I just felt tired. And so you gotta change things up. Whether it's doing something you don't like or just like standing up and doing something else. I hate this map, to be honest. This map is one of the worst maps. People are complaining about Modern Warfare 2 maps, and I agree with them. It's just like people are all around the corner. I don't get it. I don't understand. Lisa? I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. I knew this would happen with these podcasts, because I don't usually talk that much. Alright, so the lesson, we gotta have a lesson for every little story, right? So the lesson from the last story was do things you don't like and then you'll feel happy. Then the lesson from the first story was don't let perfection get in the way of creation. You like what I did there? I think that's a Casey Neistat quote, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, I've run out of topics, but we're gonna create something because we're smart, right? We're smart here at LTFC, which is run by me. I'm the sole owner. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? Boring vlogs. Vlogs in general, I think, are so weird. The idea of a vlog, did you guys know that it originated from the blog, which was just someone typing about their day? Now that's even, like, that's so boring. How would you, imagine if you see some people, like, creators who have younger audiences who, I'll see their videos that get like hundreds of thousands of views or even millions of views, and it's just a really boring vlog. And I'm like, imagine if this was in text form. Hey guys, so it's December 12th, 2017. I just woke up, it's 9 a.m. I'm going to go to the gym later. For breakfast I had some oats. The oats were white. Actually, they don't even go into the description. Well, I guess they would, because they'd be like, alright guys, for breakfast I'm gonna eat oats. And then they cut to a clip of them. Alright guys, here I am at breakfast, I'm eating oats. And then they would show the oats. Yeah, these are gross, but they're healthy. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to the gym now. Then you cut to a scene of them at the gym. Alright guys, I'm here at the gym. But then, if they're you could, it's it depends on how much cojones, their cojones level, if you know what I'm saying. If they're gonna actually bring the camera inside of the gym, it's their ignorance level. If they have you guys seen that there's a clip of this woman who's like live streaming at the gym, and she was just using the equipment for like 40 minutes, and then this big German woman, like European woman, comes, "You cannot do this." It's pretty funny. That's what I imagine. If I saw someone at the gym live streaming, I'd be like, what planet are you on? What are you doing? Who live streams at the gym? Are you even like working out? How do you have time to do anything? I don't get that whole live streaming everything. Oh, what? How did he shoot me? I don't get the whole live streaming everything. Like, do people seriously just live stream groceries and stuff like that? 'Cause that's really weird. I hope nobody watches this for the gameplay, because the gameplay is pretty bad. I'm gonna die again from the same guy. He killed me 3 times. Wow. I'm gonna make him positive. So what I was... Boring vlogs. Yeah, boring vlogs. If you look at my channel in February 2016, was it 2016? I don't know. I have a really boring vlog. And at the end of it, I try to like... I kind of saved it at the end, because I was like, yeah, I know this vlog was really bad, but by the end, when I look back on this, I'll be like, wow, I came from so far. Which is a nice message, right? Because if you look at my Bronze to Glory, or not even Bronze to Glory, if you look at my first FIFA videos, it's pretty garbage. Maybe it is still garbage, but now I still think they're better. I'm recording. My cat is here, and my cat is talking to me. But the whole idea of getting better is nice. And I like to think I do get better. But the vlog thing never happened. Mainly because if I vlogged my day, it would be, alright guys, here I woke up, it's 11:30 in the morning. Hey guys, I woke up, it's 12, it's noon. I'm gonna have breakfast, which I guess is technically lunch at this point. Alright guys, here's my lunch. My mom made it for me. It's pasta. Alright guys, I've eaten the pasta and it tasted good. Leave a like if you like pasta. And then it would be like me editing videos. Alright guys, I'm gonna record a video now. Alright guys, I recorded a video. I don't get how people vlog, really. Unless you know who has a funny vlog? David Dobrik. I just started watching these earlier today, and first of all, he makes every video 4 minutes 20 seconds long, which is hilarious. But it's not even a vlog, really. It's more like if you just put a bunch of Snapchat. It's like a Snapchat story. But the thing that makes it funny is he scripts it, and he has comedian friends who are with him. But he scripts it, so it's like it's still interesting stuff is happening. Like, I'm pretty sure Jake Paul scripts his stuff too, but he doesn't make it funny. Speaking of Jake Paul, I was having this crazy idea, which is not actually that crazy. I was having this idea, which I didn't follow through on because I was scared. See point 1 of this video. But I wanted to just record. I would watch his vlogs. I was gonna do it with Logan Paul, but I don't know if you've heard, something happened with his videos. So I would watch a Jake Paul video, his vlog, like every day, just to keep up with it, which would be torture, and I don't want to do it. Like, sometimes I occasionally look at his videos and I can't stand like more than 2 minutes of the yelling. But maybe once a week I would just, I don't know, I was gonna do it as an entire series on its own, or if I would just insert it into the middle of a player review for like a minute or something, but I would just keep you up to date on what happened in the latest Jake Paul vlog. I would have to do it in a funny manner, you know, but that could be pretty, I think that has potential. And I gotta listen to my own stories, I gotta listen to what I just said earlier, and follow through. If I think something has potential, do it. We're gonna lose here, boys. Did I help the team? Not really. I was 18 and 29, 18 and 30, but did I make an interesting podcast? Let me know down below, guys. Was it interesting or nah? This has been your boy, Long Transaction LTFC Army Long Tranny Gang. signing out. And as always, boys, leave your podcast ideas down below because I need them. And don't forget to spay your pets.